What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another episode of Double Dribble. And today's episode we're going to be doing a player breakdown of Evan Mobley. Before we get into it, I just want to quickly say, if you're a fan of basketball, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and let's get right into it. So Evan Mobley in our mock draft is currently the number 2 pick. He's a freshman from USC. He's a power forward / center. He stands at 7 feet tall, 192 pounds, and he has a 7'4" wingspan. First, I just want to look at a couple strengths of Evan Mobley. First off, Evan Mobley has great length and size. When you look at him, he is pretty much a power forward. He can play center too. He's 7 foot tall with a 7'4" wingspan. With that, he has excellent coordination, so he's able to move offensively and defensively at a high rate, even though at the size that he's at. His length helps him on the offensive end, obviously, keeping the ball high, catching passes, finishing dunks, things like that. And defensively, that length and that size helps him tremendously. If he switches out on a point guard or something, he can give him some space, keep a hand up, but also obviously protecting the rim. The next strength of his is he has great hands. And he pretty much dunks everything by the rim. So in pick and roll, you throw the ball up to him, he can catch it. You throw him a bounce pass, he can catch it. He just has really good hands around the rim. You don't see him drop a whole lot of passes, and that's something that you like to see out of your power forward or your center, especially in the pick and roll. Along with that, he finishes everything around the rim, a lot of times by dunking it. It seems like he's been taught since a young age, or since he could dunk and was playing in the post, that if you're by the rim and you're able to dunk it, just dunk the ball. Don't go up soft with some layup that has a chance of getting blocked by somebody else. Just finish it with a dunk. And the last strength that I'd like to touch on is on the defensive end, and the fact that he's a great shot blocker. With his size and his length and his mobility, obviously it's someone you want to protect the rim and have in the paint on your team. Along with that, he has great timing. So he's able to, let the offensive player jump first, and then he can go and time it and get the block without getting many foul calls. That's something that not a whole lot of centers or players are able to do. It takes a lot of skill, a lot of just knowledge of when to know when to jump and when to stay on the ground. And just his mobility and his coordination at that size allows him to do that. And now we're going to take a couple of looks at some weaknesses that Evan does have in his game. Evan really doesn't have a whole lot of weaknesses. Obviously, at the young age that he is, his game isn't going to be fully polished or fully developed yet. But I just want to touch on a couple things that you can work on or improve on before he gets to the NBA. And one of those things is just his body, the fact that he's pretty skinny and lacks strength and power when playing in the post. If he could try to gain some sort of weight and gain some power and some strength, that would help him at the next level, and especially on the defensive end, to guard other post players at the NBA level. Another thing that kind of comes along with his body is the fact that he'll be more of a finesse player than a power player in the NBA on the offensive end. He's going to finish more with finesse around the rim, or have to use his mobility to his advantage in the post, instead of being someone that's just going to back someone down and use their power or their strength to their advantage. That's not necessarily as much of a weakness. It's just something he's going to have to learn to use and figure out ways to get around defenders that are stronger and just have more power than him. So in conclusion, to wrap all this up, I think Evan has great upside and has a lot of potential in the NBA. At his size and ability, his skill set that he has, he's able to stretch the floor a little bit. Hasn't showed great shooting ability, but he can develop that and be able to stretch the floor for teams in the NBA. So I think he has a lot of potential and a lot of upside in that fact, just with the skill set that he has along with his size and length. The next thing is that he's very skilled and agile, as I've said, for a big man. You love to see that in a player that's at that size, at this young of an age. He's just continued to develop and build upon those skills that he already has in his bag. And finally, his comparison that I've seen is just a taller Chris Bosh. He's taller, he's shown similar offensive skills as Chris Bosh. Along with that, though, he is a better rim protector and defender than Chris Bosh, so that's a good thing to see. And that's just a comparison that I've seen him while doing some research on him. So let me know in the comments down below what you think of Evan Mobley, how you think he'll be in the NBA, and what you think of his game. And before you leave this video, make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.